The following may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Footballers in custody after murder of St.Thomas businessman. A popular top-flight local footballer is now in custody following the shooting death of a businessman in St. Thomas on Tuesday. The footballer, who represented Tivoli Gardens in the last Red Stripe Premier League season, was held after police reacted quickly to the shooting death of 32-year-old Dexter Roden of Leith Hall District, St. Thomas. According to a Murray Bay police report, 2 men were fatally shot during confrontations with cops in St. Thomas on Tuesday, minutes after they were reportedly involved in the murder of a businessman in the parish. An AK-47 rifle and an M16 rifle were seized during the incident. 2 other suspects who eluded the police were later arrested, said the report from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit. Roden was reportedly shot dead by 4 armed men traveling in a Honda Fit motorcar. An off-duty policeman responded, and one of the gunmen was shot in Lisson's main road after the murder was committed, and the second man was also shot dead in Highbury District, both in St. Thomas, the police report explained. The names of the arrested persons were not released, but Loop News sources revealed that the footballer was held. A voice note circulating online purportedly reveals the footballer pleading with the authorities that he didn't know the gunmen and was in fact shot by them. "I am a working man. I don't know the man them general. I don't know the man them officer," pleaded the man in the voice note. One M16 assault rifle with a magazine containing 29 .556 rounds of ammunition, an extra magazine containing 16 .556 rounds of ammunition, and an AK-47 rifle with a magazine containing 7.62 rounds of ammunition were seized during the incident. Loop News understands that the second person in custody actually escaped the shooting, but returned to the scene later on a bike and was identified and held by the police. He reportedly represented Arnett Gardens Football Club some years ago. JDF Soldiers in custody after shootout with cops during drug bust. 2 Jamaica Defence Force corporals are now in custody at the Lacovia Police Station in St. Elizabeth after a running gun battle Tuesday night when they were allegedly intercepted transporting more than 2,000 pounds of ganja. A JDF service vehicle was riddled with bullets and its rear windshield shattered in the incident, which was confirmed by Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Constabulary Communication Unit. 2 corporals are now in custody and will be questioned at some point. The JDF service vehicle and a JCF vehicle were damaged during the incident, Lindsay told Loop News. The soldiers were held in gutters near the St. Elizabeth-Manchester border. It is understood that around 9 p.m., narcotics police, acting on a tip, signaled a JDF minibus to stop. However, the occupants disobeyed and instead opened fire at the police. A shootout ensued, during which the JCF service vehicle was damaged. Man charged for sexual offences and robbery of a 70-year-old. A man has been arrested by the St. Anne police after he allegedly robbed and sexually assaulted a 70-year-old woman in Ferngrove in Ocherius earlier this month. 44-year-old Karen Morrison, alias Wayne or XL, also of Ferngrove in Ocherius, was charged on Monday with grievous sexual assault, robbery with aggravation, and unlawful wounding. Reports from the Ocherius police are that on Friday, October 2nd, about 3 p.m., the elderly complainant was walking in the Ferngrove community when she was allegedly approached by Morrison, who offered to carry her grocery bag. During the journey, Morrison pulled a knife on the complainant and wounded her before sexually assaulting her. He then robbed her of her mobile phone, valued at $8,500, and $1,500 in cash, the police reported. Cannibal kills ex-girlfriend and eats her brain, heart, and lungs. A man convicted of eating his ex-girlfriend's brain, heart, and lungs after butchering her with a saw was sentenced to life in prison yesterday. A judge told Joseph Oberhansley, 39, he will never be released as he was caged for the brutal killing of Tammy Jo Blanton. Officials discovered the badly mutilated body of Blanton in September 11, 2014, in Jefferson, Indiana. Parts of the 46-year-old victim's skull was found on a dinner plate beside a skillet and a pair of tongs covered in blood. The rest of her body was found in a bath. According to the police, she was also raped during the brutal attack. At an earlier hearing, investigators said the crime scene was worse than a horror movie. Blanton's body was found with more than 25 sharp force injuries and several blunt force injuries, according to police. A bloody butcher knife, steak knife, and frying pan were also discovered at the scene of the gruesome crime. Oberhansley initially confessed to the murder and cannibalism in a recorded police interview which was played to court. According to investigators, his reason for the cannibalism was because Blanton was already dead. Cops who arrived at the scene told how blood was found throughout the house, including on the walls and on light switches. Oberhansley is reported to have told detectives that Blanton wasn't all that scared, surprisingly, before the attack. Oberhansley later changed his story, pinning the murder on two black men he claimed were in Blanton's house when he arrived there at 4 a.m. He told investigators the men had knocked him out and he was only awakened when police came looking for his ex after she had refused to show up to work. Clark Circuit Judge Vicky Carmichael also ordered the cannibal to serve an additional 6 years concurrently for burglary, according to the News and Tribune. The case, which gripped the media, saw prosecutors drop an attempt seeking the death penalty last year. Joseph Oberhansley will have to serve life with no possibility of parole. Kelly Rowland and Meghan Trainor announce pregnancies. American singers Kelly Rowland and Meghan Trainor have both announced that they're pregnant. Rowland, a former member of Destiny's Child, announced her pregnancy with her second child via the cover of Women's Health magazine. Rowland, revealing her bump under a wrap dress from Grenadian designer Fee Noel in one of the pictures in the feature, told the magazine she and husband Tim Witherspoon spoke about expanding their family and decided to give it a try when COVID-19 hit and they went into lockdown. The couple has a 6-year-old son called Titan. Meghan Trainor first made hers during a surprise appearance on the Today Show on Wednesday and followed that with a sonogram of her unborn child against a Christmas tree on her Instagram account. Y'all know how long I've wanted this. Daryl Sabara and I are so happy and excited to meet this little cutie early next year. We're pregnant. Trainor is married to actor Daryl Sabara. This will be their first child. Trainor is a pop singer who began her singing career in a Massachusetts soca band founded by her uncle-in-law, Burton Toney. Toney sang alongside Destro Garcia as a frontline vocalist for the now-defunct Trinidad and Tobago soca band Atlantic.